All right, hello everyone, and welcome to the DI Dashboard webinar. My name is Shani, and I am the training evangelist for Dealer Inspire. And basically, what I do here is teach you everything you want to know about all things tech on the Dealer Inspire web platform. So many of you may have spoken with me or worked with me before, but yeah. So basically, I'm here to just inform you, keep you in the know, make sure that you're aware of all the great innovative things that we do. This webinar will be posted within 24 hours. If you visit www.dealerinspire.com/DI, how do I, then you'll be able to check out pretty much everything we have going on there. You'll see the past webinars, sign up for the next one, and we also have a fact page going on there and our videos and blogs. So that is an amazing thing. I suggest to check it out. Also, if you have any questions during the segment, please feel free to send it through the chat board. You can send it to the chat board, or we'll have a little Q&A at the end. So please, um, sorry. So yeah, so please hold on to your questions, and we'll get going. So right now, I'm going to pass the controls over to Bruce. So Bruce, glad to have you. It's Bruce Etzcorn, VP of Operations. He's going to be talking to us about optimizing the click.
Well, hello everybody. I hope everybody can hear me fine. So yeah, my topic is about optimizing for the click in search and social. This actually came about because internally here at Dealer Inspire, our SEO team and our social teams work very closely together, and I noticed a few things that some opportunities to have, and we actually take advantage. And I thought that it was really cool, and I thought that maybe you guys would get some enjoyment out of this too, and actually be able to use this in your marketing. So, so that's me right there, Bruce Etzcorn, the VP Operations here at Dealer Inspire. So I'm going to get right into it, and I'm going to come in to the next slide. One sec here. So we have two teams basically, and for the most part, we have the SEO team and we have the social media team, and these two teams often are, there's kind of a wall in between them, if you will, because what works in SEO to get us rankings doesn't always translate really well in the social media space. Let me explain. So we have the two teams, SEO team and the social media team. The SEO team, they're really concerned with the things that help them rank in search engines. So the title, the meta description, keywords that are in the article, schema.org. Now that's structured data format. That's the next evolution of SEO. That's how you get into the knowledge graph and things. And really, they're really concerned about indexing and getting their content as high as possible in the search engine, so that you can click on it, people can find them, click on it, and get right to your page. Well, the social media team, they're interested in some of the same things, right? So, but their title and their meta are the open graph. The open graph title and the open graph meta, which is different than what the SEO team is optimizing for, the title and the meta. Keywords are still very important to them as well, schema.org as well, and indexing. So there's some similarities, but often what happens is the things that we're optimizing for the SEO on the SEO side of things don't necessarily win the click, right? But that's really what both teams are concerned about, and they just go about it doing it different ways. And both teams want to win the click. So I wanted to kind of take a step back really quickly and just let you guys know what the open graph is. So you may remember, I think it was around 2008 or so, Facebook introduced this thing called Facebook Connect, right? Where you don't have to log. If you wanted to leave a comment on a blog, you didn't have to sign up for an account for that. You could click with the sign in with Facebook button here, and at that point it would authorize your Facebook credentials and kind of identify you and make you allow you to post on the site or log in with the site. Well, this was great, right? And then what happened was there was like buttons all over the web. So all of your content had a like button. You could click it, and immediately it would go right into your wall on Facebook. So and that's what happened in 2010 was that the open graph was developed, and that was something that Facebook developed so that they could start making sense of all these things in the web and put some context behind it. So they asked developers to add a few lines of code at the top of their website it was called the Open Graph code, and these meta tags would basically communicate this information back to Facebook and allow them to kind of figure out what it is, what your content's about. So that's really what the Open Graph was designed for. So and I love the name because they call it the Open Graph, but really it's Facebook. Facebook's kind of a walled garden, right, where all of their information kind of stays inside of Facebook, and you can use an API to get things in and out. But for the most part, it was really Facebook's way to try to infiltrate the web and get all the data back into Facebook. So that's what that is, and now social media marketers are really kind of playing into the Open Graph, because once their content hits the Open Graph, now all of a sudden it can start people's experience with the content. So as I mentioned, the SEO team and the social media team both want the same things, but they go about it differently. So the SEO team, they're really concerned about the title, the meta description, the schema.org, link text, and keyword optimization. Those things will never go away. But the social media team, they're really trying to get the clicks in a different way, trying to develop catchy headlines and beautiful images, and the Twitter cards and Facebook Open Graph, as I mentioned before, and really trying to get reshares and comments and people to engage with the content and click to it. So the SEO team, they have lots of effort to craft the perfect search engine snippet, while the social media team has lots of effort to kind of grab the attention and win the click. So again, that's kind of the line there, but really they're trying to optimize. One's trying to optimize for one, and one's trying to optimize for the other. So how do you optimize one piece of content for both sets of media? And really what happens is they compromise. So the SEO team and the social media team, they get together, whatever, and this sweet spot in the middle here is really the area of compromise. But the problem with compromise is that you water down the effectiveness of both, right? So if you're worried about the SEO, this content ranking well in search engines and this content working well in social media, you pretty much have to water down your efforts, and that's not good, because when you try, I love this saying, but when you try to talk to everybody, you really end up talking to nobody, and that's really the issue here. So that's the problem, but how do you solve it? And there is actually I wanted to give you two quick real-world examples of two campaigns that a social media team and an SEO team have to work on. So this is Cox Chevrolet. They actually just did a social media campaign for this race that's in their town every single year. So they developed this great social media campaign, and I can actually link you the article so you guys can read more about it. But basically, the SEO team needed to make sure that they were optimizing for the Lucky Duck race, but then the social media team was trying to get more clicks and engagement to the contests and things that they were having, which was completely awesome, and it was very heavily focused in social media. So how do you win that, right? So let's just go into, let's see, make sure you can see my screen here. So, here we are at Google, right? I type in Cox Chevy Lucky Duck Race, and I get this here, and I've got this snippet. And so we have the title, which is this area in purple here. So that's the title that we optimize for. And then we have this here, which is the description. So that's what the SEO is focused on, right? So, but this may not work in social media. And when I see that, when I show you that, so if I come in here and go into Facebook, and I click on this, I'm going to get the exact copy that was optimized for social media, or excuse me, for SEO, for the search engines. So this text here and this description was optimized for search, which is not social media. So how do you go ahead and do this, right? So you want to make sure that we're getting the click, and this may be good, but it's not great. So what we can do is I'm going to go ahead and this is the page here. So I'm already logged in for the sake of time here. So I'm going to go into the Dealer Inspire admin. I'm going to go ahead and click Edit. So I've got the Edit screen up here. So this is all of the content on that page here. So you may have just breezed past this without even thinking about it, But this WordPress SEO by Yoast is a plugin that's installed in all of the Dealer Inspire websites. It's the best SEO plugin out there. And what you can see, what I can do here is I can start kind of using this to start optimizing my copy. So I have my SEO title here. It even kind of warns you and says, hey, you're getting close to the end here, so we have 17 characters left. And actually, we're really not talking about characters anymore. We're actually talking about pixels, which is 512 is kind of the cutoff for that. And then we have the meta description. So these are the things that search engines this is the summary of the article that search engines use to kind of craft their information that they use and present to you. So, and you can do a page analysis too. I'm not going to go in here and kind of show that, but this last tab here is social. So click on this, and what you can do is you have this area for Facebook description and Google Plus description. So this, if I put anything inside of here, what I can do is I can start optimizing. I can create language that will help me win clicks on Facebook and in Google Plus. So instead of this here, every year the waters, fill up with rubber ducks, this piece here, what if I wanted to say, hey, listen, I'm trying to get clicks here, so I'll just craft this Facebook description for, one really cool way to win a car, have some fun, and give back. So exciting, grab your duck today. And I can put that in Facebook and Google Plus. And once I do, I'm going to go ahead and update this. So now, when I come to this page, I'll go back to it here. I'll just refresh it. So now, if I came across this and I wanted to share this, I could copy the URL, which I'm going to go ahead and do. I'll just go into Facebook here. I'll cancel this, refresh. And once I do here, oh, come on. Oh. Sorry, my cache is messing up here. But basically what would happen is that we have this. I got to clear my cache again.
Yeah, I would just want to add in that I've seen this work because we actually would do some, the first time
Yeah,
we talked
I
about
just
this.
and I just messed myself up here by clearing my cache here.
Hey, Bruce. Bruce.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Joe. Facebook does an automatic cache for 10 minutes, and you can actually go to a URL. We can post it in the comments.
Got it.
That the URL can then auto force it. So basically, if the page already exists and you try and refresh it, it's not going to work. But if you were going to start it from scratch, it would work perfect.
That's see, that's what I get for testing before I get to doing this. So thanks, Joe.
All right, thanks,
Sorry
Joe.
about that. But so I'm going to kind of move into this next slide here. So another example, and I wanted to kind of let you know that we use this internally here too at Dealer Inspire. So one of the examples here was I'll show you here, more or less pages for better for SEO, right? So let's go into so are more or less pages better for SEO? I'll go ahead and in the interest of time here. So here we are, where we just wrote an article about this, and there's a study, so I can link that as well for here. But when we click on this, we get to our page, right? So, are more pages better for SEO? Yes or no? And so I'll let you guys figure that out for the answer. But I think you can probably tell that less is more. So anyway, I optimized this for search here, and so our more and this here. The more index pages you have, the better SEO on your website about search engine optimization. Well, that's okay, but I can do better. So I can go ahead and the same thing here. Go into to the edit screen using the exact same plugin that's on the Dealer Inspire sites. Click on social. So, and what I have for my description is here's what happens when we focused on quality over quantity. And I did that in Google Plus too. So when I come in here, and I'm going to go ahead and refresh this, excuse me. So now when I want to share this on my Facebook wall, so here's what happens is that now that description from search is no longer there, and this is what I'm saying is here's what happened when we focus on quality over quantity. And go ahead and post this, and that's what everybody will see on my Facebook wall here. So and that's a much better call to action for social media than my snippet that was designed for search. And just to kind of let you know too, this is something that I publish this here on my Google Plus page as well, and it works the exact same way. So really quickly, just trying to make sure that I'm optimizing for both, and I'm sure that as we test this even further, we're going to find even better headlines and things and more opportunities for that. But that's a really quick way that you don't have to compromise. Neither one of your teams really has to compromise to make sure that they're optimizing for both. So, and I wanted to end with this because everybody was like, they asked me what my post was or my image for my post was, and I was trying to mimic this guy here. So, but I wanted to make sure that everybody knew how to optimize for both social and search very quickly without having to compromise anything.
Thanks a lot, Bruce. Yes, you are. That is the success kid, and you are Success Bruce. Well done.
They say I look more like Popeye than this kid, but
yeah, we'll get
I'll
you
go with that
Popeye. Yeah, your forearms are massive. They are. So, does anyone have any questions for Bruce? So, one of the things that I think, and Bruce, correct me if I'm wrong, but one of the the biggest takeaway is that yes, SEO. I mean, SEO is extremely important, but also with the wave of social, since so many things are also going social, that we need to make sure we optimize for both, and you don't have to sacrifice one for the other. With the compromise, you're able to live the best of the both worlds.
Yeah, and it's social media is a really big opportunity, especially for dealers, because social media is still when things get shared, it still links, it still builds authority, it drives a lot of traffic, and social media is really where the people are, right? I mean, everybody goes to Facebook at some point, and you've just got to realize that there's ads, there's everything, there's all of this content that kind of like flowing through them, and you really got to try to grab their attention really quickly, and you can do that. You can do that with images, and you can do that with just a catchy headline, and really kind of just optimizing for that, because the two are very different. It's what works in search is not always going to work for you in social. So.
Excellent. Okay. Oh, it looks like we have a question here from Jason Brewer. How about SEO plus social media when it comes to video? Facebook loves native video now. Do you recommend uploading to both places? And how does that affect SEO?
Video is an odd kind of beast as far as that works in Facebook. So uploading video to Facebook, you have one advantage, and that's that it plays automatically in your feed, which is great. And if you think about as far as that as a strategy, you can, if you know that once you post a video on Facebook, that it's going to automatically play as soon as it hits the viewport area in the mobile device or the desktop, then you've got a really good opportunity. So the first couple seconds of your video, or the first few minutes, you just make sure that that you're really doing something to catch their eye, and then from that point on, they'll just kind of stay in there. And Facebook measures that, and that's how that's one advantage you have over video inside of Facebook. But you've got to also, I think you have to do both for sure, because YouTube is still a Google property, and they're going to favor that over anything else. And to be honest, like, a video on Facebook will not show in Google. It's just not going to happen. So you could have an opportunity for that, or you could cut two different types of video. You can have one that's kind of a little bit longer form for YouTube, and then one that's a little bit shorter form and more entertaining for the Facebook audience.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. Well, we're going to see if any other questions file in, but I just want to make sure to let you guys know that to check out our next webinar. It'll be with Kyle Miner. It's all about creating great content. And it looks like that's all the questions we have for you, Bruce. So thank you so much for bringing this to light. I know this has been eye-opening for me, for one. So it's really great to hear this. So thank you.
Cool. Thanks.
All right. So if you guys have any questions for Bruce, feel free to email him or give us a call here at Deal Inspire, or send us a tweet. It's all good stuff, whichever. And you can reach him at, let's see, do you have your? You can reach Bruce at Etzcorn, Etzcorn at launchdigitalmarketing.com. If you have any questions for me or in training in general or the webinars, you can email me at howdoi@dealerinspire.com. And and thank you so much for listening. And I want to remind you to check your emails for the survey at po.st/DI survey. It should be in your email. And thank you for listening. So I'm Shawnee, the trainer of technologies for innovative dealers such as yourself, and I'll see you all next week.